teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
Kenny Nwagu now out of his end zone.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Play action. Now it's Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Green, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I would play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw, Cousins. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Cards, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Cousins. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Madison. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So that'll back him up 5. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Buying time to his left. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. This is intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Following the interception, Cousins. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's second down. And that is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but now it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So pass interference, the call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to air it out deep for Green. He rifles one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarter.
And got his man complete. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Cousins to throw it. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on third down. To throw is Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Stop it for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second down at 5. Throwing, Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball through, and it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Murray. And the reception made by Green. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. He takes this for 3 to the 29. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. That's going to be caught by Kirk. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And now Edmonds going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
touchdown out is Prater to kick. From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it'll be 2nd down. They go play action. Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, here's Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Cousins again. A throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 23. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Byron Murphy there on the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Cousins now. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson. As the 1st half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Play fake. Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give to Edmonds. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Murray a give to Edmonds on the option.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Murray now. He's going to air it out deep for Green. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Green. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a give to Madison. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Cousins. His throw incomplete. Byron Murphy, the first pick of the second round there defensively.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Cousins. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. On play action, it's Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. He's got Green. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Green. His third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year.
And the Cardinals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Prater for the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what...
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands?
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
Well, I'll tell you what, Charles, I know you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Jordan Phillips in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Chandler Jones
with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Now Cousins on 4th down.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Second down at 4.
Now Murray off play action. He'll let this go for the end zone.
That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, 48 yards. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mond. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Murray a give. This is counter. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's a great defender. Everson Griffin making a great defensive play there for a loss. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Gladney. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run. A first down throw for Cousins. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2000...
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Deontay Thompson. Boy, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds? They're trying to throw 3 pick sixes in a game. You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
J.J. Watt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. To try again after the sack. Cousins steps away to his left. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing now is Murray. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, let's get this. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I got him. Easy, quiver. Check 13.
Play action. Now it's Murray. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. From the gun, a give to Connor. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.